117 AD, Rome ruled the world. From Britain to Egypt, 65 million people, one emperor. The greatest military force ever created.
Historians called it eternal, but empires don't last forever.
The rot started from within. 235 AD, the empire faced economic collapse. Money became worthless. In 50 years, 26 emperors rose and fell.
Most were murdered by their own men.
Historians call this the crisis of the 3rd century. By 285 AD, one empire became two. Emperor Diocletian made a fatal choice. The East would thrive, the West would die. They wanted Rome's riches. Beyond the borders, barbarian tribes grew stronger every day. Roman legions couldn't hold the line anymore. They were outnumbered.
The soldiers were tired, unpaid, betrayed.
376 AD, the Visigoths crossed the Danube seeking refuge. Rome treated them like slaves.
2 years later, they rose in rebellion. Rome's nightmare began.
August 9th, 378 AD. Emperor Valens led 60,000 Romans against the Goths. It was a massacre. Rome would never recover. Barbarian kingdoms formed inside the empire. Rome couldn't stop them.
A new threat emerged: Alaric.
The Visigoth leader who would do the unthinkable. August 24th, 410 AD. For the first time in 800 years, Rome fell.
3 days of destruction.
The world was shocked. Rome was supposed to be eternal. Saint Jerome wrote, "The city which took the whole world is itself taken."
But Rome's fall wasn't over. 451 AD, Attila the Hun invaded from the east. The bloodiest battle in ancient history. Rome survived, but at a terrible cost. Thousands dead. The empire was dying slowly.
Cities emptied, roads fell apart, trade stopped completely.
The economy was in free fall.
Famine spread, disease followed, people abandoned hope.
Germanic generals now controlled the Roman army from within. Emperors became puppets, powerless. For 16 years, Ricimer made and unmade emperors. The Western Empire was almost gone.
475 AD, a boy became emperor, Romulus Augustus, age 14.
They mocked him, Little Augustus.
September 4th, 476 AD, Odoacer marched on Rome. The boy emperor surrendered without a fight.
The Western Roman Empire ended, not with war, but with silence.
After 1,200 years, Rome fell.
The East survived as the Byzantine Empire for another 1,000 years.
The West descended into darkness.
Europe entered the Dark Ages. 500 years of chaos.
Knowledge was lost. progress stopped.
Libraries burned, Roman engineering was forgotten, cities emptied.
The civilization vanished almost completely. Only monks preserved fragments of Roman knowledge in monasteries. Barbarian kingdoms replaced the empire. Europe was fragmented. War became permanent. Chaos was normal.
Historians still debate, why did Rome really fall? Economic collapse made survival impossible for ordinary people.
Military weakness invited invasion.
Plague epidemics killed millions. The population never recovered.
Multiple plagues weakened Rome for centuries.
The empire's division created civil war. Romans fought Romans.
The empire destroyed itself from within.
Some historians say climate change pushed barbarians into Roman territory.
They weren't invading. They were fleeing starvation. The Senate cared only for wealth, not the empire.
Inequality destroyed Roman society.
Citizens abandoned their homes to escape crushing taxes. Half the population just disappeared. Rome's army was mostly barbarian mercenaries now. Their loyalty was questionable. Barbarians commanded Roman citizens in battle. Christianity replaced Roman religion. The old gods were abandoned.
Some say this weakened military spirit.
Warriors became monks. The fighting spirit faded away. The truth? All these causes combined. Rome didn't fall in a day. It collapsed over centuries.
Each disaster weakened it more.
Like dominoes, once one system failed, everything collapsed together.
455 AD, the Vandals struck again.
For 14 days, they stripped Rome of everything valuable. Even the word vandalism comes from this.
The Pope now had more power than the emperor. The church became the real government. The elite abandoned the West completely. They sailed east. Constantinople would survive another 1,000 years.
The Byzantines kept Roman law, culture, and power alive.
But the West was lost forever.
By 550 AD, Rome's population dropped from 1 million to 30,000.
The greatest city became a ghost town.
People tore apart Roman buildings for materials. History was destroyed. Temples became quarries. Statues became lime.
Europe descended into 5 centuries of darkness.
Life expectancy dropped, technology vanished, society became feudal.
People lived shorter, harder lives than Romans.
New invaders came, Vikings from the north, Arabs from the south.
Europe couldn't defend itself anymore. 800 AD, Charlemagne tried to revive the Roman Empire.
But it was a shadow, not the real thing. As Voltaire said, neither holy, nor Roman, nor an empire.
Knowledge almost disappeared completely.
Monks in isolated monasteries were the only ones still reading.
They saved fragments of Roman wisdom.
Ironically, Arab scholars preserved more Roman knowledge than Europeans. Europe would rediscover its own past later.
The Dark Ages got darker. 1347, the Black Death arrived.
Half of Europe died in 5 years.
Without Roman medicine, doctors were helpless. They wore bird masks.
Roman sanitation knowledge was completely lost.
Medieval cities had no sewers. Disease spread easily.
Then, slowly, the Renaissance began. The Italian scholars rediscovered Roman philosophy, art, and science.
Europe began climbing out of darkness.
Artists looked to Rome for inspiration. The classical world lived again.
Honors, Rome's ghost inspired a new age. The printing press, information could no longer be lost.
Explorers used Roman geography. Columbus carried Roman maps.
Today, millions visit Rome's ruins. They stand as warnings. Our laws, languages, and governments all trace back to Rome. These man's languages speak Rome's words daily. Government buildings worldwide copy Roman architecture intentionally.
Triumphable on the worlds, Rome invented political concepts we still use. America's founders deliberately copied Rome's republic system.
Wanted Rome's strength without its weakness.
Even the American eagle comes from Rome.
West Point teaches Roman battle formations. Roman engineering principles built our modern infrastructure system. Romans invented concrete. We still use it. "2,000 years. Still perfect." We even name our months after Roman emperors still.
Cumenon, July, August. Caesar lives in our calendars. The Catholic Church preserved Rome's organizational structure intact. Law and medicine speak Latin every day.
We can't stop making movies about Rome. We're obsessed.
Rome's fall warns us, corruption destroys everything eventually.
The same problems that killed Rome exist today.
Moms. Institutions don't defend themselves. Citizens must.
Corruption spreads like plague. Stop it early.
Truth matters. Rome fell partly because lies became accepted.
Fight for truth every single day.
Rome's ruins remind us, nothing lasts without effort.
Remember, learn, act differently this time.
Every generation must learn Rome's lessons again fresh.
Slint tract. Institutions need citizens, not just laws.
Rome was eternal until it wasn't. Nothing is guaranteed. Will we learn? Time will tell soon.
Fall of Rome, the lesson for humanity, forever.